Hi, my name is Ivan, and I'm about to travel to Sheffield for my friend's birthday party. This morning is exciting because I will meet my old friend, but mainly it is a travel. It's about meeting new people, about exploring the culture of different cities, history, and quality of life. Dance break. Now that I'm ready, I sling on my backpack, take a deep breath, and open the door, stepping into the unknown, where a new journey begins. Oh no, I almost forgot. I love having my backpack on my back. It symbolizes independence, the ability to pack everything you need and go anywhere. As I walk toward the railway station, I feel the weight of both excitement and uncertainty. Traveling isn't just about reaching a destination, it's about shedding old layers and discovering pieces of myself along the way. Each new place, each conversation adds something to who I am becoming. It's a journey not just outward, but inward, an exploration of the person I am when I step away from the familiar. And we arrived. The first thing to do was check into the hotel. I love it because it's a different space, new views, new energy. And, of course, my favorite thing to do. Time was running out and they had to get ready for the party. I was excited to meet new people and hear their stories about life in Sheffield. The theme of the party was gym. I chose a Ukrainian national football team jersey because it reflects one of the parts of my identity. And then we left the hotel and I felt a little excited because I hadn't seen my friend in almost 3 years. And finally, we met. His name is Bogdan. He's a third-year student at Sheffield University. He was the president of the Ukrainian Society for a couple of years and managed to organize many events to help Ukraine. And he's my good friend with whom I sat in the same desk at school for 6 years. Hello.
Hi.
I have a few questions for you. Has traveling influenced your understanding of who you are? If so, how?
It has definitely changed my perspective on life and many things, and I think the most prominent way it has done it so is by traveling to lower income countries where you can observe how people who are much poorer still see happiness, still enjoy their life, and it shows you how grateful you should be for the life you've got.
Okay, great. And what does it mean to you to be Ukrainian?
Well, Ukraine has a very distinct culture in the world, and so I'd say the first of all is that we do value independence so much that it is a part of our DNA, and second of all, I think it's standing up for who we are and showing that we are not a part of any other cultures, that we are who we are, that we are an independent nation, and we should be proud of that.
Yes, perfect. And what place in Ukraine or abroad has had the biggest impact on you as a person?
The biggest by far event in my life that has shaped me as a person was going with my dad to a place where they detain people who've been abusing drugs, and seeing how drugs can have an influence on your life, how bad they can be for you, has definitely showed me that you need to value your health, your habits, and taking care of your body.
Perfect. And have you discovered anything new about yourself while traveling?
I would definitely say that I have become much more grateful for what I've got in my life. We don't really appreciate the things we've got, like hot water or like food on our tables that we have in free access, and traveling to places where they don't have that has been definitely a game changer for me.
That's perfect. Thank you very much for the interview and the questions that you answered. And thank you.
Yeah. Always a pleasure.
After chatting, I learned a lot of interesting things about life in Sheffield, in particular about everyday life. It turned out that there is very convenient transport connections, and also the cost of housing is quite high in some areas. Most locals consider it normal piece for such a comfortable city. One of my friends said that everything is easy to find in Sheffield, and there are even many options for those who want to live close to nature but not sacrifice convenience. The next morning, Sheffield streets are often windy and uneven due to the hilly terrain that gives the city its unique character. They can rise steeply or descend into valleys, offering views of tiled roofs, parks, and distant hills. We accidentally came across a super cozy Korean cafe. It was amazing. Sheffield was already starting to surprise us with these places. I visited Sheffield Cathedral by chance while walking around the city center. I was attracted by the restrained but majestic architecture. The cathedral has a centuries-old history dating back to the 12th century and retains a calmness amidst the city noise. Inside, I was struck by the silence, soft light, fresks on the walls, and ancient flags hanging from the high vaults, like memories of long-gone times. All this creates a feeling of time standing still and leaves a deep, almost meditative mark on the soul. The next stop was a Crucible Theatre. This is the place where the main snooker tournaments are held. I wanted to go there for my father. He's a big fan of this game, and one of his dreams is to get to this arena. The sun came out and the city seemed to have changed. We accidentally came across the Winter Garden, a spacious glass greenhouse right in the center. It was warm and green inside, full of exotic plants. This made a very strong impression on me. Such silence and greenery in the middle of the urban space looked almost magical. It seemed that we had entered another world, calm, lively, and very cozy. Sheffield Town Hall impressed me with its magnificent architecture, the details of the tower, the atmosphere of real story. We sat in a cafe overlooking the town hall. It was cozy and beautiful, the perfect place to take a break in the middle of a walk. And then, we met with Bogdan again. He promised to show us interesting places in Sheffield and tell us about them. This is a St. Mary Church. According to Bogdan's stories, Ukrainians sometimes gather here for various holidays and events, the closest of which will be Easter. Bogdan decided to show us the University of Sheffield, where he is studying. We explored the campus, starting with the Diamond, a modern engineering building, then St. George Church, where lectures are held. He also pointed out the Sir Frederick Mappin building, known for its advanced research labs. That was the end of the walk. The next morning I had to go back to London. I don't know when I'll see Bogdan next time, but we had a good time while exploring the city together. Travel has always been more than just a hobby for me. It's a way of understanding who I am. Every new place I visit leaves a mark on me, shapes the way I think, and helps me discover something new about myself. Whether it's a bustling city or a quiet town, each destination brings a fresh perspective, often revealing parts of my personality I wasn't even aware of. Traveling is my way of exploring not just the world, but my own identity. I've realized that different environments bring out different sides of me. In big cities, I become curious and observant, fascinated by how people live, move, and interact. In nature, I feel peaceful and reflective, more in tune with my thoughts and emotions. These changes aren't just temporary, they stay with me, becoming part of who I am. This was one of the most meaningful trips I've taken. It wasn't just another travel destination, it was a journey that connected me with someone close to me and gave me insight into a completely different lifestyle. As we walked, I listened to Bogdan speak about his life there, his routines, his challenges and passions. Seeing his world made me reflect on my own path and how our environments shape us differently. This visit to Sheffield reminded me how travel isn't always about going far, it's about going deep. I saw how my curiosity opened doors to deeper conversations, how new places helped me understand my relationships, and how simply being in a different setting made me ask new questions about myself. This video is about my identity, and travel is a big part of my identity. It's how I grow, how I reflect, and how I find places of myself scattered across the world. Every place I go becomes part of my story, and Sheffield is now one of those chapters, meaningful, eye-opening, and unforgettable. After a long, eventful journey, we have finally made it back home. It feels comforting to return to familiar surroundings, yet I carry with me the memories and lessons from the road. I am deeply grateful for everything I experienced along the way, the people I met, the places I discovered, and the moments that challenged and inspired me. This trip has not only broadened my perspective, but also strengthened my appreciation for the world around me. Now, with a heart full of gratitude and a mind full of new ideas, I look forward to planning the next adventure, whatever it may lead.